because it inspires very good style of driving, because the gamification of driving happens immediately, because as soon as you see the result of your good driving on the fuel efficiency of your car, you immediately become interested in doing that.
Nextly, I would like to know that what inspired you to launch Aha NexCruise?
Okay, so basically, Alisha, it's been the need, the pain point that really resulted in the creation of NexCruise. It was like me and my wife, we went on a long trip to the Indo-Pakistan border. It was back in 2021, or rather the winters of 2020. And that's when we realized the importance of NexCruise for long drives, and also to conserve the fuel of the vehicle.
Really amazing, Akash. So, how it's going to help all the users who want ease as driving?
So, Alisha, basically, NexCruise gives, first of all, the most important feature, which is the cruise control, which for some reason is treated as a very premium feature in India. Although it's, if you ask me, it's actually pretty basic. People say that cruise control is a luxury feature, but actually not having cruise control is a luxury thing, because you waste so much fuel while going around that you got to be really rich to waste fuel like that without a cruise control. So essentially, cruise control helps a user, a car owner, very fundamentally by first of all easing their driving, because otherwise you actually get a cramp in your leg if you go anywhere further than 200 kilometers or so, and then you really cannot go beyond a certain distance if you are not having a cruise control in your vehicle. And then secondly, NexCruise saves a lot of fuel while you are using it. So our users have actually reported, you can even see videos in our channel where we do a long-term review with the customers. It actually increases up to 30% of your vehicle's fuel efficiency. That means that NexCruise will pay for itself in less than 12,000 kilometers of driving.
Someone buy it, or they might buy a new car after some years. So, can they migrate their NexCruise to a new car? If yes, then how can they do it?
Okay, yeah. So, Lisha, it's a very interesting question. Good that you asked. And yes, design-wise, we made the NexCruise to be absolutely portable. Essentially, your NexCruise is a universal device, and only the wires, the cables, what we call the harness, that is specific to your car. So, NexCruise can be reprogrammed to support any car that we have in the list that you see over the website over there. And you can if you decide to change your car after you buy the NexCruise, you can just call our team. We'll help you reprogram it, and you'll also need to buy the wires for your new car, which will cost you in the vicinity of 3K or something, and that's how you can migrate it.
So, how do you assure quality and safety about your product NexCruise?
Alisha, we've ourselves been very conservative about it because we know the implications of what the product is. So, first, I would say the biggest thing contributing to the safety of NexCruise is it has taken its own very sweet time in coming up and also being tested in all sorts of terrains and climates before it came to the mass production scale, which is right now. Initially, we formed a group of people which took upon themselves to test it properly, and then after successful testing, it moved on to a small production phase where a few hundred users got it and then used it, and it was a very transparent and a collective community effort where we immediately identified problems and we addressed it. And even the features of NexCruise that you see are actually contributed by the community. So essentially at AHA, we don't really think what we need to do. We only listen to the users and just do it.
Cause any damage to the car?
Wow. It only causes benefit to the car, Alisha. First of all, it makes sure that the car's engine is not stressed out. Like, it ensures that even if the driver is doing rash driving, it moderates the input that goes to the car. So it actually increases the life of the engine. Then cruise control inherently increases the life of the brake pads because it inspires very good style of driving, because the gamification of driving happens immediately, because as soon as you see the result of your good driving on the fuel efficiency of your car, you immediately become interested in doing that, and it becomes a game of sorts to achieve the maximum mileage. So it's the perfect incentive. And I myself have been a rash driver, but I have been moderated to a lot of extent thanks to NexCruise. So it only does good things to you and your vehicle.
Do customers will get any warranty or guarantee if they buy it?
Yes, of course. NexCruise comes with a 1 year complete replacement warranty, and beyond that also we support the NexCruise by way of after sale service. It's a small charge per instance, but essentially NexCruise is an electronic device, so there is no moving parts inside. It's no real wear and tear that happens over there, so you can expect a really long life out of your product.
Okay, so I would like to know now, like, how would you differentiate your product from your competitors?
Okay. Well, as far as I know, NexCruise is a pretty unique product. It's like a globally unique product. So, I don't know. We are inspiring the world. We are not really competing with the world. So, that said, if from one point of view, the competitor of the NexCruise would be the top end model of a car which is having a cruise control. So, first of all, the top end model costs as high as maybe 2 lakh rupees from the next model. So NexCruise is maybe a fraction, a really, really tiny fraction of that. So of course there is no competition that way. And then on top of that, the NexCruise gives you like a speed governor feature, which normally is there not at all in any top model of any car. And then it has OTA updates, and automobile industry is actually rather, pardon me for saying this, but it is slow. And the other industries like the software and the electronics and all other industries are moving a bit ahead of it. So concepts like OTA updates are still catching up, but they are fundamentally necessary if you want to keep your product updated. So NexCruise brings that to your car. As far as I know, NexCruise really don't have any competitors. It's definitely India's very first such aftermarket cruise control plug-and-play device, and it may even be the world's first. We won't be surprised.
How someone can place an order for your NexCruise?
You can just go to aha.store/NexCruise and you'll see a big buy now button. You can just go there, go ahead and buy your NexCruise. It'll come to you over courier, and normally it takes not more than 3 days to reach anywhere in India, and then you can simply install it. It's a plug-and-play device.
And how many days maximum will it take to deliver it to my place?
Normally, as I shared, it is like up to 3 days all across India, and normally we keep it ready stock, so you'll have it pretty fast.
Okay, so basically the major question everyone would like to know about, how can we get it installed in our cars?
So there are a few ways you can go about it. By design, we made the NexCruise to be a plug-and-play device. So it supports do-it-yourself kind of installations. So if you are into such kind of things, or if you like to do your installations yourselves, our team will connect you over a video call and will guide you how to do it. Then you can actually get hold of your, roadside mechanic and take their help. It's pretty straightforward. It's a no-brainer for them. And you can take their help, and again, we will guide anybody that you depute and will help them install your NexCruise in your car. So for us, it is more like a community, like an NexCruise family rather than customers. It is like we have dedicated teams to handle queries before you buy the NexCruise, and also after you buy the NexCruise. We make sure that we reach out to you to understand your requirements and to help you install the NexCruise. And also once it is installed, while you are using it, we stay by your side. You can always reach out to us. And we make sure that the NexCruise stays up to date by sending you regular OTA updates. And one more interesting point, there is a community created Telegram group where you can directly connect to the other, your peers, co-owners of NexCruise, and you can, just discuss whatever you want. And if you need help while making your buying decision, you can directly connect to the other NexCruise owners. It's a pretty transparent space, and it is more like, we are doing great things for each other rather than AHA doing something for you. So you'll see that spirit everywhere, and that percolates everywhere in the AHA team and everywhere during the customer support and service. Then other option can be, you can go to our authorized dealer if we have appointed one in your city. For that, you can always contact us and we'll connect you to the right person. And lastly, if you'd like to have your NexCruise installed by us, the makers themselves, and also have a good time with the team AHA, you're most welcome to come over to Jaipur at our office.
Nice talking to you. I would like to end it with a final question to know about, like, how do you envision the future of automobiles industry and what role will NexCruise play in it?
Okay, that's a tricky one, of course. Well, I can speak about what we see for the future of NexCruise, because now we already have a wish list of from the existing NexCruise customers. So we are going to focus more on the app side of it and making it smarter, bringing more features that are possible. For example, we are working on a security feature where you can enable, if you want, that only if your phone is in your pocket, the car will move. So your phone works as a key to your car. So that is one. And there are a few more features, and I don't want to get ahead of myself in this video right away. But yeah, we really want to create a lot of difference in all of our lives. And speaking of the industry in general, well, I'm not really, born in the automobile industry. So, but what NexCruise is, personally, I feel it's a revolution because it gives premium features in a plug-and-play manner. This is something that is unheard of in the industry, as far as I could, really explore it. And there's a huge possibility over here. And Team AHA and NexCruise is here to make it real.
So thank you, Akash. Thank you for having a communication or conversation with us. It was really nice knowing more about NexCruise. So thanks for this.
Likewise, thanks Alisha on behalf of entire Team AHA. It's been really a pleasure to handle your questions, and hopefully that gave some clarity to the audience. And you're always welcome to reach out to us through the website or through the phone and WhatsApp on the numbers that you see here. We'll look forward to having you in the NexCruise community. Stay tuned. Goodbye from Team AHA.